Hello, my classy people. Wayne Bolden at the Speed King channel. As always, it's Saturday evening. That's right, 1 week before the Preakness and the Black Eye Susan. And as always, turn your closed captions on, ring the bell, subscribe, do those things. And of course, tip sheets for the Black Eye Susan, Friday, the 19th of May. And of course, the Preakness are available. I need you to get your orders in. They're $20 per day. Great way to support us. Email us at speedking24@yahoo.com, or if it's more convenient, just text us 732-804-0637. All right, enough commercials. First and foremost, I will not forget this. Let me say happy Mother's Day to all of our classy ladies. Y'all lead the way here at the Speed King channel. I bow to you for sure. Happy Mom's Day to each and every one of them. Classy Speed King ladies. And I want to do one more shout out. This really warmed my heart. Got a letter or a card from Charles Turk, and it's just a beautiful thing. He says, "Thank you for your prayers and kindness towards this old man. Jesus is helping me greatly, Charles." And again, he put in a nice love gift in there, and say, such class. He thanks so much, Charlie. Appreciate you, brother, for sure. Hope all is well with your health. Hey, let's take a sneak peek at the Preakness, right? Let's take a sneak peek. I think on Monday or Tuesday is the entry draws. So I believe there's a field of 9 to this point. We're going to go through these, not in the order that I like, and we're going to do it in alphabetical order. We open up a healthy discussion on what you think of these 9. Let's take a sneak peek. Well, the first horse is, a possible entry, and I'm sure it will go, is Blazing Sevens, of course, by Good Magic, and I believe also MAGE is by Good Magic. I think there's going to be 3 horses in the Preakness that's by Good Magic. That was trained by Chad Brown, and I think Good Magic ran second in the Derby. Well, Blazing Seven has 2 wins from 6 starts. Very nice. Speed figures are okay. Skip the Derby for this spot. He did the same thing last year with early voting, right? This is a fresh horse who's improving with only 6 starts. So Chad Brown is a master at skipping the Derby, waiting for the Preakness, and having a fresh horse to run. Speed figures are a cut below where I would want to see them, but this horse is right on the cuff, and I expect a big race from Blazing Sevens to improve. Last race in the Toyota Bluegrass, running 3rd for sure, and that was the 8th of April. So should be fresh, fit, and ready to go. And of course, it's Chad Brown. Now, this horse was bred by one of my owners that I follow, Tracy Farmer, who also bred Albert the Great back there in 2000 or 2001. But again, Blazing Sevens is, I think, is going to be a very nice contender. Looks like it'll be like 12-1 or so on the morning line. The second horse in alphabetical order that may make the gate, Chase the Chaos, right? Well, this horse is by a stare. 3 wins from 8 start. That's not very bad at all, for sure. And Moger Jr. is our trainer. Well, the speed figures are extremely light on this horse the last 2 races. The allowance speed figures were okay, but once this horse went into the San Felipe out in Santa Anita, ran 7th by 8th, and then the California Derby at Golden Gate ran 8th. So Chase the Chaos will have to improve tremendously. We'll see how he does. That's the 3rd contender that we know could be entered. And this horse, Coffee with Chris, I threw him in, but I think this horse ran today. But we'll just take a peek at him. By Ride on Curlin, 3 wins from 12 starts. That's nothing to sneeze at. Salzman is our trainer of record. And again, the speed figures are a cut or 2 below, just like Chase the Chaos here. Again, the horse does have 3 wins from 12 starts, but those wins, of course, is a maiden claiming race, overnight black type stakes at Laurel, and then another stake race at Laurel. So again, does run in Maryland. Speed figures are a little light. We'll see. But I think Coffee with Chris ran today, and I don't know if this horse will be in the Preakness. And the 4th horse, Disarm. Well, everybody knows Disarm ran 4th in the Derby, I believe. That's right. And of course, third in the Lexington for sure. This horse only has one win to his credit, and that was a maiden special race. The horse is trained by my guy, Steve Asmussen, has no wins as a 3-year-old, okay? Is this a tall task? Well, you know, I've seen weirder things happen. The horse is bred fantastically disarmed by Gun Runner on the back end by Tappet, and Steve Asmussen's horses never knock themselves out. They always improve gradually. So again, this horse has never went back from his first start back there as a 2-year-old in June at Churchill, and each speed figure got a little bit better. And I expect the horse to get a little bit better again, probably in the Preakness. So again, we need to keep an eye on this Gun Runner. Joe Rosario is probably be in the arm. It is a Winchell thoroughbred horse, and the horse is just getting better with each start, you know. Is 0 for 4 this year as a 3-year-old. That's pretty concerning. That is our fourth horse that we're taking a look at. Well, the number 5, the 5th horse in alphabetical order is First Mission. Well, I have to tell you, it's Godolphin and Godolphin. Bred and owned, of course. And it's Brad Cox, y'all. Got my boy Louis Saez in the arms. Well, First Mission is by Street Sense for sure, who I believe won the Derby for sure, on the back end by Medagliadora. Well, here's a new shooter and a new face sitting here. This horse hasn't run since the 15th of April. That's going to be about 4 weeks. 2 wins from 3 starts. Again, it's Godolphin. Their horses don't go backwards, they go forward. This horse has a beautiful, beautiful speed figure coming out of the Lexington, of course. Over there, not the Lexington. Yeah, the Lexington at Keeneland, and ran a beautiful speed figure. All I have to tell you, it's Godolphin. This horse will be a very, very strong contender, probably in this year's Preakness for sure. And then we get to the next horse, MAGE. MAGE obviously don't need no introduction. I mentioned that Blazing 7 is by Good Magic. Well, so is MAGE on the back end by Big Brown. And you know, one of the nice things that MAGE did, this horse won the Derby with only 1 win to his credit, which was a maiden special race back there as a 3-year-old in January. Now having 2 wins, a maiden special and the Kentucky Derby, that is quite a feat. And I think the thing that is even more impressive, this horse only has 4 starts. So obviously there is a huge, huge upside for this horse to improve. He has not hit his effective level. Horses don't hit their effective level until they're 4 or 5 years old. There's a lot of improvement. This is a very, very nice horse, MAGE. Or MAGE, however you want to put it. Javier Castellano, of course. Delgado, one of our listeners said he won it over in El Salvador, somewhere, the Triple Crown. So Delgado's a very decent trainer. My one concern, if I had one for MAGE, would be the 2-week turnaround. But nothing shouldn't bother the horse. He's a young horse. Obviously, the favorite probably going into the Preakness, and deservedly so. Top contender for sure. And the next horse is National Treasure. Well, here's the X Factor. Bobby Baffert, all you Bob Baffert folks, right? I think Bob Baffert's might has his name on this, but right now it says Tim Yakteen. National Treasure by Quality Road on the back end by Medagliadora. You don't get bred any better than this. The National Treasure is bred top, bottom, middle, sideways, up and down. Very, very nice horse, but only 1 win in 5 starts and 0 for 2 as a 3-year-old. Speed figures are right in line with MAGE and First Mission. Hey, listen. Again, this horse ran 4th in the Run Happy Santa Anita Derby. In the Shams ran 3rd. You know, in the 5 starts, this horse only been outside of California 1 time when he ran in the FanDuel Breeder Cup Juvenile and ran 3rd, you know. And you know how I feel about horses that just run in California. But that being said, this horse is very accomplished in terms of his pace numbers and his speed figures, right? Only has 1 wins, but I tell you what, he spit out a very, very nice speed figure in his last 3 races, and it puts this horse at least in the talk of contention. National Treasure have to be paid attention to. And the next horse that's on the list, I believe, would be horse number 8. Well, here's a horse that's near and dear to my heart. Perform. Well, I cashed a big ticket on Perform on the 15th of April. Called my friend up, Nate. This horse was in the Tessa Stakes over there at Laurel. He had broke slow. Go watch that race for Perform at Laurel last time. He's the number 7. He weaved through traffic. He had a bunch of horse. The one thing that I really, really love about this horse has 7 starts and never ran twice over the same race course. Each of the 7 starts were at a different racetrack. So remember when I said horses like two fills carry his racetrack with them? Well, it's the same thing with Perform. Perform is the 3rd horse in here by Good Magic. 1, Blazing 7, 2, Mage, and here's your 3rd, Good Magic horse. Perform on the back end by Tale of Eta. Hey, 2 wins from 7 starts, know the Maryland circuit, knows a lot of circuits because he's never ran twice on any one track. I think that is just amazing. I love when horses carry their racetrack with them. One of the reasons that I loved 2 fills, if you go look, I think the horse ran 6 times and ran at 4 different racetracks. That's awfully tough for a young horse. Perform is going to be 15 or 20 to 1. And he's home. I think he's on his home court. Going to have to be taking a look at him when the post positions draw and see what the odds are. Perform. Go look at that last race he ran in the Tessa Stakes at Laurel. And the last entry here is Red Route 1, Asmussen, right? Well, Asmussen has 2 in here, obviously Disarm. And the last horse that could get in here, of course, Red Route 1 by another gun runner by Tappet Grandsire. 2 wins from 9 starts. And here's another one that continues to improve nicely for Asmussen. Rosario is listed on both of these horses, Red Route 1 and Disarm. Whichever way he leans, that one's probably the liver one, if any of them are alive. So Red Route 1 obviously won, I think it's the Bath House Rose Stakes over there at Oaklawn, coming back in some just about 4 weeks. And it's going to be a nice price as well. So there are the 9 entries going in. Obviously, MAGE is probably going to be the favorite there. There's some new faces, new shooters. There's some questions surrounding MAGE about the 2-week turnaround and shipping and at a new track, but deserves to be favorite. We're going to do our analysis once post positions are drawn on Monday and Tuesday and come up with our top 2 or 3 picks in the race for sure. But let's open up a discussion on what you think about the 9 entries we talked about here today and see if you think a new shooter can take down MAGE. And if not, can MAGE win this race? And he surely can, looks like it. And can the horse go on to Belmont and win the Triple Crown? Interesting Preakness. Let's dive in. Let's have a healthy discussion only the way that you folks can. Classy as always. There's 9 of them. We'll wait for the post draw. We'll do our handicapping and we'll come up with who we think is this year's 2023 Preakness winner for sure. Hey, we possibly could have a Triple Crown runner in this spot. Stay classy, y'all, in everything you do. Let's open up a healthy discussion about the 9 here for sure. Get your tip sheets in. Speed King 24 at Yahoo. Stay classy, y'all. Have a great work week and happy Mother's Day again to all our classy ladies. And Charles, thanks so much, man. That's very classy of you to send this to me. Warms my heart. Just such classy people we have here. Thank you so much, y'all.